Is there wine in your marriage? Is there wine in your marriage? Pastor Ford, we stopped it long time back. Why do you want to remind that? Maybe you're saying, I'm not talking about that wine where you get it in MRP or you get it in tonic shop. I'm not talking about that wine. I'm talking about the new wine. Is there wine in your marriage? Only we need the wine which is made by the hands of God. Not the hands of man, but the hands of God. It changed completely the wedding of Cana of Galilee. Today, I encourage every one of you, fill yourself with this wine, the new wine. What is this new wine? This new wine is the wine of love. Is it lacking in your marriage? The wine of honor. The wine of communication. The wine of respect. The wine of forgiveness. Is there wine in your marriage? When Jesus looked at the servants, he said, fill water in the jar. I like the servants. I like the servants. Do you know why? They filled it to the brim. Look at your neighbor and say to them, they filled it to the brim. There was no compromise. When the command came from Jesus, do you know what they did? They got involved 100%. 100%. One day I told my son to paint the table. There was an iron table. I told him to paint. He painted. Afterwards, he said, Daddy, it's done. I came. I said, okay, good, Ra. Very good job you have done. And then I looked down inside, bottom. He has not painted. I asked him, why you have not? Nobody will see, Pa. And that son of mine is here in the service. When the servants were commanded to fill the water, Jesus didn't tell them what level, but they worked. They got involved 100%. They filled it to the brim. Today, I encourage every one of you to fill your life with the new wine. The wine of respect. The wine of forgiveness. The wine of trust. And the wine of sex. Is there wine in your marriage? Is it lacking? But I encourage you, fill it up. I'm married for 33 years. Every day we have wine. Pastor Robbie, don't call Pastor Ford here. 1 second. Every day wine. Beginning, when we got married, it was not that good. As days and years passed, the wine becomes tastier. The longer it stays, the more expensive they say. Am I right? You look like that. What is that? Nothing I know. I've been drinking for 33 years. And I'll finish with one statement. You must fill yourself with the wine of faithfulness. A real man is faithful to his wife. Church, I encourage you, be faithful. Faithfulness shows that you are putting God first. When you put God first, He honors you in everything. Today, marriages break. Marriages just goes aside just like that. I was talking with a lawyer the other day. He says, "Namige olle business sir namige. We are having a good business among the Christians." I said, "For what?" Divorce cases are very high. And we get it very quickly also. Church, if there is no wine, I don't want you to leave this place and go out. Tell Him, "Lord, fill me. Fill me." And I tell you, your marriage will change. Your family will change. Your life will change. When two partners, when they join together, fill themselves, it's more than enough. Days in our life, in the beginning of our married life, we didn't have food to eat. But there was one thing, there was wine. In the beginning, everybody loved marriage because she looks very curvy. Everything is tight. And days goes on. What happens? Men don't like. Why? Because they become baggy or saggy. Or something happens, they don't like it. But if you have wine, that will satisfy you. And I can say very boldly, I'm satisfied with the wife that God has given to me. Because there is wine. We make sure there is a wine of trust, the wine of faithfulness. Amen. I want the church to stand up, please. The first thing I want you to urge God. Compel Him. I don't know what situation you are going through. In fact, I asked Him, "Lord, can you tell me something about somebody?" God didn't give me anything. He knows everything about you and me. Today, urge Him. Urge Him. Compel Him. Tell Him, "Lord, I want you. Please visit me. I don't know about your business. I don't know about your family. I don't know about your marriage, about your personal life. But one thing, this is a prophetic word for you." Tell Him, "I want you." Every eye is closed, please. Calling upon God. Visit me. You can whisper unto Him. You can shout unto Him. You can tell Him, "I want you. I need a breakthrough. I'm not happy with what is going on in my life." When you urge Him, when you compel Him, He will visit you. He will come down. If he was invited for Cana of Galilee wedding, he went. If he can go to the Emmaus